word we heard off the top of the show, persistence, and real persistence, not just a statistical persistence that may mean 180 days. What does it take to have real persistence beyond high school into college?
Oh, I feel that in order to have that real persistence, that there has to be some motivation from some different areas. Certainly, students come in, and those students that are destined to achieve have that high self-efficacy, they're ready to do that. But then we have other students who are sort of struggling through this process, not necessarily certain what their long-term goals are career-wise, professionally, personally. And in order to try to foster that college-going culture, I feel that college campuses themselves have a lot that they need to add to that by fostering an environment in which they engage the students, that they articulate what some possible goals could be, and they also reinforce and motivate what those students have laid out as their priorities. That way they stay motivated to go on, persist, graduate, perhaps go on, do graduate level studies, get into a particular career field. But beyond that, also having to identify what those challenges are for those students and having those honest narratives with those students so that you can integrate that into your college culture so that you can focus on what their needs are and identify them on an individual basis as well as collectively so that they can continue to succeed.
You're in the classroom at the high school level. What is a typical high school senior? Are they focused in the right way in terms of this conversation? Is this on their minds?
Well, I think it depends on the school. You asked the question about what this college-going culture. When I was at Metro High School, a school in the St. Louis Public School District, the number one school in the state of Missouri, it was a true college-going culture. From the day you entered the school, every student was focused on going to, an Ivy League school or a top-level school in the country. It started with, the students, the teachers, the janitors, the parents. Everybody in that school was talking about going to college.
That was the expectation.
That was the expectation. And the expectation was not you're going to Missouri State. You're going to the best schools. So it pushed everybody within that school to work hard and to strive to get in those schools. So. The Missouri ACT average is a 21. If you scored a 21 at Metro, the kids were, they were embarrassed. You wanted to get a 30, you wanted to get a 29, you wanted to get a 28. That started with the teachers, the parents, and the administrators in that building.
So how do we replicate that in other schools?
I don't know. I think it starts with leadership. I think it starts with, bringing parents, getting parents in those schools, but also with the teachers too. It starts with having high expectations for all students.
I totally agree, you're right. Parents, teachers, and administrators must be the individuals who are involved in having high expectations for those students. We have parents who may not feel like they're a part of the school system that their child is attending, and I think it's important that we pull parents in and even teach our parents what's needed for their child to go to college. And because parents must be a part of that college planning process, schools must develop, and I'm sure that they do, but I'm saying all schools need to develop a educational plan in which the parents are part of that plan to help the child to have higher expectations. So when a child has a parent involved, the child is really motivated to be a completer. So we want to make sure our parents are involved. Parents also motivate the teachers and the administrators to do more for that student as well.
When you see kids coming to Harris Stowe,